All right, family. We live once again with the general. We got fire commentary, analysis on what's going on over here in Mali. One of our brother nations, sister nations, is under fire under Islamic jihadists. And it's happening all over Africa. Nobody's really saying nothing about it. Islam has declared, as Dr. John Henry Clark has said and stated many times before, Islam has declared war on everything African. That's exactly what's happening. So Mali has just been dealing with it, man. Northern Nigeria and all of that, and it's crazy because it's always in the north. It's always in the north. You know why? Because the Arabs is funding these. These is nigger militias for Arabs. You see what I'm saying? To try to push Islam, deeper into the interior of Africa so that they could come down and economically colonize. Because, it is what it is. Africa is much more lush. They ain't really got no homeland. They can't go back to Arabia. Then people got to understand that over 80% of the world's Arabs is in Africa. It's more Arabs in Africa than it is in Arabia. Did you understand that 80% of the world's Arabs are in Africa? And so they don't have no respect whatsoever for anything African. Even Islam that has African influence, they consider that what does they call it, haram or something. You know what I'm saying? Where it's looked at as some tainted heretic teachings and practices. And so this is what's happening to where even these nigger jihadists are even attacking other black Muslims who are more moderate, that can exist with Christians, can exist with some of the traditional culture. They're moderate. It's a more Africanized Islam. See, but these radicals, they look at that as some heretic Islam. They have no respect for it whatsoever. So I'm hearing, man, that they burning mosques of the brothers and sisters that are more moderate in their Islam. They even burning their Qurans. You see, they saying that the particular Qurans that they read out of are not the right Quran. So they even burn Qurans. They even use little black babies as suicide bombers. The baby don't even know what's going on. You see, they don't even know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they have them put it on and have them walk up into crowds and blow the babies. This how wicked they is. This is how wicked they is, sacrificing the children. This is real crazy. And they, my understanding, these radicals, and especially Boko Haram, they say they ain't nothing but a bunch of dope fiend, crazy, jihadists, just ready to die, don't care, they say, they when they get high off of whatever they getting high off of, they say, damn, you had to hit them in the head, because even when they get shot, they still coming, they still trying to attack. And so, yeah, Mali is so sad for Mali, and that we can't get no regional help, because look at Nigeria. Northern Nigeria is Muslim. Man, listen here, all of these Islam is taking over Africa, and these niggas didn't sat on their hands for too long. They didn't got inroads into Africa. And Africa just gonna have to understand that Arab Islam is a poison. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Arab Islam is a poison to Africa and African people, even African Muslims. They don't have no respect for you. If you ain't practicing like an Arab, like you know what I'm saying? Now, the one group that I was talking about was Bay Falls. Bay Falls, family. You see, that was the Sufi group over there but they're a subgroup of what they call the Moride Sufis, and they follow this one brother, and I believe his name is Bamba. I forget his first name, but wait a minute, hold on. Sheikh Amadou Bamba. Sheikh Amadou Bamba. And so they follow their that brother is looked at as a saint. I don't know what Muslims will refer, but he's a founder of that particular branch of Sufism in Senegal, and they don't even go to Mecca because they got that one. It's a large mosque in Senegal, and a lot of Africans from all in that region, go to that mosque. It's almost like Mecca, for black Muslims in that area. So they don't even, because them Arabs over in Arabia don't even want to let black Muslims into Mecca. They don't even want to let black Muslims in the Mecca. That just show you how racist they is. But that just show you anyway, it's they damn religion. And if if blacks knew the history of it and what part of, they would usurp it. They wouldn't continue to take no marching orders from no damn Arab. Okay? They wouldn't take no damn marching orders from no damn Arab. And so, I was looking at videos of how desolate Mali looked now. Mali used to be so lively. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of areas, a lot of cities in Mali used to be trading centers for all of Africa, from where, especially between East and West Africa. Hold on, family. Hold on just a sec. Yeah, I'm black, family. But it's Bay Falls, and you could tell these, they're Muslims, but they wear dreadlocks, and they wear a lot of colorful clothes, just like the tradition, and they real hip. They, Senegal, they want to be hip. So for, the brothers and sisters, they got some hip garments, and you know what I'm saying? And they make a lot of necklaces. And so it remind me a lot like the Black American African centered community. I almost, you know what I'm saying? Where we wear all the different necklaces, and I know I do be having bracelets and rings, different type of stones. That's how Bay Falls is. And and there's a lot of youth in there, and they wear the dreadlocks, and they wear a lot of the clothes and whatnot. So they real hip. And you could go online and get some necklaces and some bracelets, and they fly. I would most definitely, and I said I was gonna get me some, but they got a lot of fly stuff, you feel me? And so that's a Sufi. They keep a lot of the tradition. Nah, Muslims, them Arabs, they don't want you wearing no necklaces, no finger rings, and no earrings, and all them colors. They don't want you wearing the colors. They don't want you doing none of that. And then this brother Sheikh Amadou Bamba, he's like a saint. He's a saint, you know. And so when you go to Timbuktu, they got a lot of shrines with they Muslims, but they Sufis. They got and they do a lot of chant. They do a lot of chanting and they beat the drum and they, you know, they get out there and you got Sufis in Sudan. That's another stronghold of African Sufism. And Senegal, them two by far is from far as I can see, is the true two strongholds of African Islamic Sufism in Africa. Now it might be some other, but I know them two is the largest group. So they keep the drumming, they keep a lot of the singing. They don't like that. So that's the difference between traditional Islam and the African Islam. You see, and the African, and so they are warring on African Islam. They don't want it. They try to wipe it out. So that one guy, they looking for his ass, and I hope they find him, and I hope they leave his ass out there in the desert somewhere. You know, he paid this group of jihadist mercenaries to come down into Mali, into Timbuktu, and they destroyed. They got videos where they own all of the even the one, if you know Timbuktu and you know the one Saint-Coré, and it got like a pyramid there. Man, they bust all. Oh my God, man. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. My chest started hurting when I saw it because I couldn't believe it had happened. I hadn't heard about it. So when I saw it and I seen the video, I literally went into shock. I say, man, why ain't nobody popping these half-breed niggas? And you know, that's who did it. They went and took hammers and they bust holes all in the shrines and everything. You see, they bust holes in all the shrines and everything. And so with the help of a lot of people that donated, they was able to, you know, because they still had the skills, you know, and so they built it back. All the people came out, all in, you know, Timbuktu, and they took the mud and, you know, and they call that, I believe they call that, what type of architecture is that? They call it Sahelian architecture, you know, where they use the mud. You know, they use that mud and they, you know, traditional architecture. But anyway, they was able to rebuild all the shrines. Thank you. But it's still under, and they was looking for the books too. They was going to burn the books because, you know, Timbuktu is real famous for the book. So luckily they knew that they was coming and they was able to get the books, I believe, into Niger. I believe it was Niger. They was able to get the books into Niger. And so they didn't turn Mali into a wasteland. They didn't turn, and if you look at damn Detroit and all the shit that they didn't turn Detroit into a fucking wasteland. Shit, I mean, when you look at it economically, but then go out to Dearborn, they didn't took all the money that niggas didn't economically just gift it to them and say, you know what, master Alibaba, let me go on and make you rich while my community is poor. So niggas will patronize the Arab to their own demise. But family, we're going to keep it moving. We got a lot more on the menu. I appreciate y'all. The link for Patreon is over in the chat. Click it. I got a lot of material. I also got a playlist on jihadist Islam, and I'm adding to it because, man, it need to be called out, and it's happening over here too. So niggas can pretend like, oh, we divided and all nigga ain't they see your ass all is one. The same operation that's going on over there is going on over here, nigga. Please believe it. Please believe it. In the same in really in the same fashion. They just more discreet here. They do it more. It's more economically pushed over here. Over there, they just come with the straight hammer. Over here, they just keep getting your paper until they get it all, until they just out there with treasure chests full of all type of gems and jewels, all type of palaces and mosques out there and everything, while you down there and ain't nothing but churches, liquor stores, cemeteries, funeral homes. That's all you got. Yeah, damn it. And you look up and all the schools is abandoned. The schools is abandoned, boarded up. You know, how whole streets missing, whole, the whole damn how all the houses, the whole streets missing, ain't even got one house. You see, you can ride down some streets and you can go 3 streets straight and not find a damn house. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. All right, family, stay with me. Click the link at the top of the chat. I'll be right back. Black Power.